I'm sick of the Paper Mario community. Let me explain. So, as someone who grew up with the Wii and a GameCube, you would think that I would own TTYD, or the one Paper Mario where you go through the walls. I forget its name, I'm too tired to look it up. I own none of them. But you wanna know what I am sick of? The Paper Mario community. I own Color Splash, my favorite game, one of my favorite games I've ever played. It's so good. Yet, why does and some people who play TTYD only shit on all the other games? I swear to God, I go into a video and, I go to the Antu video that explaining why Paper Mario Color Splash is kind of good, or I go to the Arlo video where he shits on it, or the Haydox video where he shits on it. But, or even Relax the Last edit a video where they shit on it. And let me tell you, I look in the comments, and even if they say any nice things, it is only hate. It is only hate. There's so few people who are actually trying to defend the game. It's not just that game. I've heard so many cases of people who are fans of Paper Mario TTYD shitting on the Wii version, shitting on the N64 version, shitting on Sinker Star. It's not just this game. They do it for every game because it's their favorite game, and no one can have the same opinion as them, and they're angry. It happens all the time. It's so sickening and annoying that I have to deal with it every single time I just want to watch a Paper Mario Color Splash video. And I love the game on Wii. It's one of the best games in the whole series, and one of the funnest ones for me, and it's so interesting. Yet, it's shit on. Let's talk why. Number one, the battle mechanics. The battle mechanics are just shit, right? Right? No, they're not. The battle mechanics just are pretty fun. They implemented the Wii U, and it was kind of an interesting thing for its time. If they ever bring it back, they're going to do it differently, but I personally thought it was kind of interesting. Plus, you can choose how much power you want to give it, and it actually made you have to consider how much resources do I want to use on one card. Or, the one thing people say is, you're gonna run out of cards. When I say, you're never going to run out of cards if you just play for the game normally, or try and complete some levels. You're just going to get more cards. Cards are so abundant. And some battles that literally take away cards, it's because they're supposed to take away cards. Things like Kamek. You can't complain about a battle mechanic. It is so annoying. And then you also have things like the stuck-up fan base. So let's talk about one of the reasons why this game isn't liked. It's mainly because the game is more exploration-y and fun to play around with, and just running around and seeing what the world can do, and the fun music while also running around trying to complete some things and see how each level kind of connects into another. They don't like that. They only like the original style, or just the same battle mechanics. It's the only thing they like. You have to keep the exact same battle mechanics for them to be happy. You have to keep the exact same ideas of how you run a world. You can't just have all these fun levels that are all interesting, and each one kind of connects to another, and each one feels differently. You can't, because no one will let you. They just complain about it every single day, and it's so annoying. I get onto one of them, and people say, the game looks so shit, I'm not buying it. Or, the game looks so bad, I'm never going to get it. Or, the game is so horrible, but I haven't played it yet. It's just annoying. But the only characters it uses is toads. What's wrong with that? The Toads are actually kind of fun and interesting as characters. Yeah, they don't have the neatest or interesting hairstyles or anything, but to be fair, does that matter? Does it matter at all? Why do you have to complain about just a simple floof at the top of the hair? It's easy enough to just play around with them, and it's kind of fun. And that's not even all. I don't think that you should shit on most Toads, because most Toads just are there. They're just there. They're just there to progress the story, like any character. Any character is there to progress the story. And with the Toads, the story doesn't really need characters. It's fun to just run around levels. It's fun to play around in the levels, and it's just interesting. And TTYD fans are very known for shitting on other games and only defending your own. I mean this. I'm not shitting you. I mean this. For example, let's talk about the Wii version of I forget what it was called, the Wii version of Paper Mario. I haven't played it, and I just don't own it, and but I'm not going to shit on it. I'm not going to shit on the game because it does something a little bit different with the series. But for some reason, I see this game being shat on so many times when it's one of the coolest in the franchise. One of the most interesting, one of the most fun. And TTYD just has moments. It has those interesting moments that are kind of cool. Like, oh no, Shadow Peach. Oh no. People are being turned to pigs. Oh no. Wrestling. It's like, do you really care? The moments are great when they happen, but you have to play through the story in the main game, which the main game is actually really boring. The only thing fun is the battle mechanics, and you don't have any fun actually running through the levels. You don't care where you are, and in a lot of senses, you don't wonder or have fun or wandering around. You just go. You don't try and look for secrets or do anything interesting with them or try and complete it. You just go. Which may seem fine to some of you, but that also, for me, feels like you never have any content to come back to. And the story... and stories that you can go through, yeah, they're cool, but you have to run through a mediocre level just to get to them. And then you have partners. People complain, oh my god, partners. When Mario and Color Splash can already do what the partners need to do, and he doesn't really need them. He has one partner, Huey, and Huey is really all you need to beat the game. You don't need any insane amount of partners. Yeah, it'd be cool to have more characters that give more personality, you may say. Which, yeah, I'm fine with, but that's it. I don't think we need another 100 characters to run around with and have small conflicts between problems. Keeping the game just too complex. The game, it can be complex anyway. But you always have hints and easy things to go to where you can always go, oh, that makes sense. I haven't beaten it yet, to be honest, but I have watched a walkthrough about it for like 3 years ago, I think. And I already know that if I do decide to beat it one day, I'm going to love it. I'm at the Purple Star area, just so you know, which means I have very little game left to do anyway. And I personally think that it's mostly just complaining, both about the Wii U and just people trying to defend their game. Which, Wii U, fine, I take the criticism. Most Wii U games are flawed. and most things about the Wii U are flawed in general. But this one isn't. Um, it just is a normal game where you enjoy and run around and do what you need. And for the community trying to defend their game, I feel like it's fair for me to give you some complaints about your game. Why not? Your game's boring. It does nothing interesting at all besides to give you some moments. You don't enjoy running through it. I don't enjoy battling. I don't enjoy doing anything in it. I don't like seeing anything in the game. I don't really like the moments. They're just boring, generally. Most of the game is just, it doesn't have the best soundtrack. It doesn't, feel funny. And most of the game feels bland. I never want to go into it, and I never want to buy it. I don't own it, but I watched a walkthrough on it, and I got bored. I got very bored fast. And it wasn't because I was missing out on moments. It was just because I was kind of lame. But you want to know something? Even though I thought it was kind of lame, I still understand why people love it. And let me tell you, I will not shit on your game in that sense. But let me tell you, if you're a Paper Mario fan watching this, one that shits on other Paper Mario games, just stop. Just realize it's not funny to like the people who enjoy those games. It's not funny to the ones who like playing the games or just want to enjoy it. Because every Paper Mario experience is different. Every different one is fun. And it's okay. Also, you may wonder, Hudson, why aren't you in school? Well, that's because I do homeschool and I actually get breaks in between my classes. So, woo. But, yeah. I guess this will be it. Tell me your opinions in the comment below. Tell me if you agree with me. If you want to defend Color Splash or any other Paper Mario game, do it. Just do it. Thank you all for watching. And please support the Paper Mario community. It's still toxic. Goodbye.